So you want to make a velocity edit like this on After Effects? Well, I'm going to show you how. So firstly, you open up After Effects, and I usually make a new composition with a width of 1080 and a height of 1080. Frame rate, I put at 60. That's how I ensure it's smooth. If you could do 30, you could do less, but that tends to be significantly worse in smoothness. So I would recommend 60. But you could do 30, I guess. Um, this isn't quite the standard After Effects interface, but I think it should be quite self-explanatory. I'm pretty sure character and effects are usually here as well. So it's just at a different space. I think that should be understandable enough. What I'm gonna do is showcase my way of making a velocity edit based on one clip. It is the first clip I could find. It's a little bit of a crime that I didn't take a max clip, but it's fine. So what you do first, obviously, is choose a scene. I like to choose clips that do have some movement in them. I that just tends to look the best, right? So you've got your scene. Then with P, so you click on P, you can adjust the position. So that's good. He's not in the middle. Okay. This is good. Um, then what I usually do is I pre-compose the clips. I know some people don't like pre-composing the clips, but I do. And this is my tutorial. So now we'll get to all the effects. First, I start off with the slow motion, arguably the most important part of the whole velocity. That's like the whole point of velocity. So I use Twixtor Pro. Ignore like the 500. I've got like 500 presets, but whatever. I'm pretty sure you can use the normal Twixtor. I honestly have no clue what the difference is between the normal Twixtor and this. I have tried getting a decent slow motion without Twixtor, and I've not succeeded. So if you don't have Twixtor, uh, find some way of getting Twixtor, because without Twixtor, it's a pain. I don't know how to do it. So what I then do is I go down here to speed, keyframe it, then I press on my clip, press U on my keyboard so that you can see the keyframes, and then I go forward exactly 2 frames. You do that by pressing Control and the arrow to the right on your keyboard, or you zoom in really close and you just go forward 2 frames. Then I set this to 200. After that, I go to the very end of my clip, and yes, and I do mean the very end here. Set that to 100, go back 2 frames again, set that to 200 again, and then at around the middle of the clip, I set it to 50. So your keyframe should look something like this. If this one isn't exactly in the middle, it doesn't matter. It's not that important. So then highlight all of them and go to your graph editor here, highlight them again, and click on this Easy Ease button. Then just copy my graph. You move this one down to the bottom. Oh my god. And the same thing on the other side. And then you've got the whole slow-mo. Now, if you just leave it like this, it might look a little bit choppy. So what you do is, you see this in FPS is out FPS. You uncheck this and you go look at what the frame rate of your original video was. So here it's 25 FPS. So you change this to 25 FPS and then it'll look smoother. Now, what we do next is the flash. So we use brightness. You make a keyframe at the beginning of your clip, set it to 100. Then you can press U again. It's not necessary, but I'd like to do it to see my keyframes, I guess. Go to the end of your clip and you set it to -50. You mark all of this again, go to the graphs, mark the graphs, set it to easy ease. Then you change it to speed graph. So from here, you just move this left thing all the way to the left. And make sure this stays where it was and doesn't go up or down. And you're done. Next. Because that wasn't enough brightness manipulation for me, what I like to do next is change the opacity. So to get here, you press T on your keyboard and you go to around a third of your clip. You press your keyframe button. It doesn't, you could also just go to half of your clip, or it's not really like set how far into the clip this first keyframe has to be. You can just play around with it a little, just see what looks the best in your eyes. But I like to do it around here. Then you go to the end of your clip and you set that to 15. You mark those, go to your graph editor, mark these again, go to easy ease, and just make an out graph like this, just copy mine. In case you're still in the speed graph, you have to just set it back to value. So now your clip should look like this. Like I said, play around with it a little bit, see what looks the best. Lastly, what I do is add a little bit of a zoom, either in or out. If you want to make it basic, just go for a zoom in. If you want to spice up your edit a little bit, you can alternate between the two. Sometimes the clip in itself will already have a little bit of a zoom in or out, like this one. It goes in a little bit. So for this clip specifically, a zoom in would fit better. For a different clip where it would naturally zoom out, it would be better if you zoomed out. I'll show you how to do either. So you go to your clip, press S, put a keyframe at the very beginning, leave it at 100, go to the end, and put that to 140. Then you mark those, go to your graph editor again, mark these, easy ease, and you again just copy my graph. So you take this, move it up, and this one move it down. And that's how I do the base of my velocities. After that, what I would add is maybe a few slides or whatever, but sometimes I just leave it like this. So I just leave all of the clips like this. Now, if you want to copy this onto a new clip, like before, pre-comp it again. So yeah, what I would do usually if I didn't only showcase it with one clip is I would choose out all my clips, then pre-compose all of them, pre-compose all of them, then do the slow motion for all of them. So if you want to copy this slow-mo, you press U on your keyboard so you can see it, take Twixtor, press shift and then click on speed as well. Keep shift held down and then here you go to Twixtor Pro. So then you press Control C and you click onto your next clip and press Control V. Go to U and you mark all of this. Press Alt and with your mouse you click on the last keyframe and move it to the end of this clip. To make sure it is exactly at the end of the clip, you can press shift and then it will lock it to the end. Right, so then I would take the brightness and contrast, do the same thing. Here, you just have to move the last keyframe back. So you slide this and press shift so that you lock it. No alt needed this time. The alt is really just so you move all of them and the spacing between them stays the same, right? Same with the scale. Here you can, instead of pressing U, you can press S here so that you only see this one, move it to there. And the opacity, I would keep everything selected here and just move the last one back. I would not move this to around a third. I would keep it as is. Because like I said, I don't take it that seriously when the first keyframe starts. It isn't very important. And that's how you make a velocity edit. You repeat this with a lot of other clips, and then you can look at your own edit 50 times, like I do.